Well,
as far as the crowds go, because yes,
as far as the crowds go, the difference is that in St. Louis, I would say
they're rough.
Yeah,
I know. I've been out there. Guys, I performed out there at Pops.
It's rougher. So like out here, the comedians could be a little bit more laid back and like, you know, let me take my time. Out there, it's like they don't let up. It's just pow pow pow. Like they.
Like you gotta be that star that's just like, you know, standing above the crowd. And
you know what I was thinking? Maybe because it's that they are in St. Louis and want to make it out so bad that they're just so, you know,
balls out.
Yeah, into
this. They want to hear what it is.
When they show up, they show out because you know they're not in Cali, so they were trying to get there. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So. I'm guessing.
I'm telling you, Cali's the place to go. Yeah, they all moving west.
They'll make it. They'll make it. I've seen some awesome comics who would.
Yes.
You know what? I don't want to be just straight disrespectful and say they'll hands down smash any Cali comic, but St. Louis got talent. Let's just say that. St. Louis got talent, and they really put
tour worthy, right? Tour worthy.
Very tour worthy.
There you go.
Very. But
and it'd be nice to collaborate with family and other friends that we network with out there, because it kind of actually opens up the playground in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
Where we have people out in Cali, people out in St. Louis, and, you know, that's the network. That's the network, and that's, you know, that's how things happen. You get to set things up. You get to know people, say, hey, I'm going to bring a show here, and if they're good with you and they like that, then, of course, they're going to say, you know, yeah, let's do it, you know, because they know that you're going to bring quality people with you, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. When I'm get to the point where I'm booking like that so often, and I could pay people a reasonable, a decent amount, I will start grabbing St. Louis comics like, hey, I need y'all out here. I need y'all out here for this show. Yes.
While I was out there, I met a cat, Rip James. And so, hey, Rip, shout out to you. And then some other people, of course, the Don Young. I mean, but the trap scene's kind of like a bigger thing out there.
Trap
music, right? Yeah, and so you know, and so you know, just learning and meeting people and meeting. But you know, it's interesting because it's the music. The music is the music. But you know, I mean, I vibed out well with them. I thought they were cool people. I don't know. For me, it wasn't like seeing something where it was like super grimy or anything, because I don't know. Maybe it was like the level where everybody was at. I didn't really.
What are you trying to say?
Because you know, trap music, what they talk about is like you know, drugs and prostitution, and the way that they get, you know, just how they survive in life. You know, when drugs are involved.
All right.
And when things where.
I guess what I'm trying to ask is what about that?
Okay, well, I was getting to the music part of it and the people that we met, and the fact that you know, with you networking with comedians, networking with other musicians in the area, so bringing them out here as well. Which, by the way, Rip, you're out
like
here.
St. Louis's trap artists.
And say again.
Like they're trap artists. Are you mean?
No, the friends that I ended up meeting, some of the music that they do, that's what they do.
Okay.
Yeah. So. But you know, we have Stockton, it's not just Stockton, but in California, more west, they also, you know, have their trap scene. It's, you know, different, but you know, in essence, the music content is pretty much the same. So it's the whole like networking thing where you kind of find the like style music,
real quick,
and
for
you know, just making shows.
For our viewers, can you explain what trapping is one more time so they love?
Well, I'm not too big on it, but from education, or if anything, education that I have.
There's some people out here just like, what is
trap music? I know. I didn't really learn what trap music was until I saw a documentary on T.I. And I was like, oh, that's what that is.
So
so basically, it's just the music that kind of, you know how a lot of people speak about their life, you know? They talk about, you know, things going on in their life and or just experiences that they draw from, you know? So, you know, you look at some gangsters who have, you know, they run in the gangs, and they put that in their music. It's just something that they have experience with. So with trap, it's, from what I understand when I watched the documentary and learned about it, was that it really is lyrics that I that just kind of share the life of like drugs and prostitution and, you know, doing things to get more money and to get more drugs. Okay. Yeah, so that was
trap life, everybody.
Trap
life 101.
But you know,
you're gonna learn a little bit of something, a little bit of everything on the show.
Well, those were the basics that I got from it. You know, if anybody out there knows more what that is and think that I'm wrong, please correct me. I don't mind. Educate me, because you know, if I missed some points, let me know. Let us know. You're sharing with everybody.
Throw out your trap names.
Yeah.
Please. We'd love to hear them.
Yeah. Like Trappy.
Trappy
from Cali. He's from Stockton. Y'all laugh, but y'all meet him. Y'all laugh, but y'all can meet him. Trappy. Come on now.
Trappy? Oh, you know Trappy.
Yes, that's his name. You said throw out them names. I was like, well, there is somebody from Stockton. His name, he goes by Trappy.
And you have just disappointed the entire 209 Trappy.
He is you better stop it. He's a good producer. He has his stuff together. Don't undermine any kind of lifestyle that comes through here at all, anywhere in the world, because they bring great things. Like MIA, she's a refugee. She talks about some hardcore stuff. She's seen some hard stuff in life. So, you know, things come from all walks of life. Just everything is the same. So it's life, right?
Yep. Shout out to Trappy.
Yeah.
Trap life.
Rip James, that's you too. Everybody. So see you guys in Cali one day. So, but I'm sure you enjoyed that comedy out in Illinois with those cats out there too. I wonder what was the content that you guys talked about. What kind of content you guys talk about out there?
You know what? It's a lot of joning. It's a lot of that.
What's that?
Like joning, like a lot of making fun of, a lot of flaming. What'd you call it?
What is that?
What are these things?
Okay, so
I've never heard of them.
A Joan is like when I get on you, like, oh, if you don't get your big, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get your big lemon head ass type shit, like if you don't get your big
talking type stuff, crap talking.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Type of thing. So joning. What I would say, what do y'all call out here? Like flaming? What do you call that?
I've never heard those terms.
I've never even heard flaming.
When you get on somebody.
Talking mess. Capping
Capping
on people.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cappers out there. So
okay.
There's a lot of cappers. So I would say, for the most part, St. Louis comedy is quick. Like when you get on stage, they want their material quick. Like,
so how much time do you get on stage?
Well, if you have 5 minutes, make your 5 quick. Like, deliver, set up, punch, quick. That's why I learned from St. Louis. That's why I learned from St. Louis by already starting out there. But coming back, I've been feeling a little bit more relaxed in California because there's probably like a lot more comics in the Cali scene, but a lot of them aren't too good. So there's just like a lot of people doing it just to, you know, grow slowly and just be in the scene. Mm-hmm. But out there, like, there are people like that as well, but the people who are doing it, and then it's a style. Like, a lot of people in St. Louis are quick, so if you have to be up there in the stats in St. Louis, you have to just be quick. Like, you have to set up and deliver with quickness. Like, you have to be in and out of your jokes. You can't slack, and that's what I realized.
So you can't really interact with the crowd too much.
You can. Like, I've seen that, too. There's this one comic. He's not even a comic. He's only been doing comedy for 8 months. And he started as a poet. But this dude is so funny. Like, freestyling. Like, he got pulled over. And then after he got pulled over, he like, got out of that jam and then came into the show and performed. And it was just talking about it. Like, he just wrote a set on it. Like, he was hilarious. It was awesome watching these comics. They were just back to... I mean, I went up, like, this was a night, and let's see, this was Sunday. This was last Sunday night, and I went up first, like, second, and when I went up, I thought I killed it. I was like, it was actually a comic from Sacramento who came out and watched me at the show.
There you go.
Yeah, and I thought I killed it. I was like, okay, and then I watched everybody else go, and it was just like, okay, Marcellus, this is where you need to be. But these are all comics who have been doing it longer than me, and, you know, so it makes sense. I've watched them grow, you know. So, yeah, it was just cool, like a little lesson, like going to school. That's all. So just by going to that show, I elevated my game.
There you go.
There
you go.
I need to be quick.
Well, I'm glad you made it back. I'm glad you had some great experiences. Thank you for educating me on Jonin, and we had learned some new things today. I hope you guys learned some new things today. Jonin, flaming, capping, trapping.
So I have a question for you.
Substance to our show.
There you go.
Did you feel happy coming back, or did you possibly want to stay a little bit longer just to learn a little bit more from them?
That's a good question.
Because the way you talk, because the way you say it seems like out there, it seems like you could have learned a lot more than coming back.
Yeah, you know what? That's
like it put fire
right.
there.
I probably would be really good at comedy if I just stayed in St. Louis, because like they'll remind you of how much you really need to be doing.
Because you'd come back to Cali and it would be like, dude,
get comfortable.
It'd be like, what happened to Marcellus? Like he went to St. Louis and then he comes back and like
he's on fire.
And he stepped up his game. What happened?
Note again, I was out here for 8 months, so when I went back to St. Louis and performed, people were also thinking that as well. Marcellus has been in Cali. This has done this to him. You know, he stepped up. Cali did this to you. I'm like, no, I did this. I work for this shit. You know, but to them, they're like, no, Cali put you on, bro. I can see it. I can tell.
Well, brought you back like hot, like our days that we have here. How is it? How's the weather out there? We're gonna go over weather here in a minute. We're gonna give people the weather.
Humid, out there. It rained once. That was nice. It
summer
stormed
showers.
and it stormed. It was thundering. I like that.
Nice, yeah.
Like, you know,
their summer showers are
summertime
pretty
storm.
dope out there. I have to agree.
Summertime storms. It was nice. It was nice. I went to. I turned up a lot at Ballpark Village, which is like, it's a gang of bars right outside the St. Louis Cardinals Stadium. Yep.
Where the Budweiser is, and
they got the
biggest.
Is, but
they got the biggest screen TVs up in there. Yeah, right across the street from the Cardinals.
Yeah,
the Cardinals ball field.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know
so Budweiser in there. Yeah. So they got like the most giant screens up there. Like I had not ever seen that. But it's like a 2-story building, and you can just literally bar hop in this one pavilion.
Oh yeah.
They have these things out in the Midwest, are the best. There's another place in Kentucky. They have like a whole pavilion, and there's just one, like certain few entryways to get there. But it literally, there are 2-story buildings that just have so many different style bars. That's the first place I ever learned how to ride a mechanical bull, which is pretty awesome. Anyways, but in Kentucky, actually, somewhere in Kentucky,
I was waiting in
Louisville
line to get on that bull, but then I was like, you know what, we don't got time for this.
It was in Louisville,
like,
but yeah,
I really wanted to do it.
It's nice in there. Yeah, they had some girls dancing on one.
Probably would embarrass myself. That's why I was thinking about. I was like, man, the part where I fall off this bull is gonna be.
Well, let's get to the traffic. Let's give our listeners their traffic reports and see how things are going. How's that looking, Alex?
Oh, yeah. Well, I-5 499, all clear right now in the area. So get up and get going and get back home because it will be another hot one today. Right now it's 74 degrees, but the high will be 101.
Nice. Oh, that's not too bad, though.
101?
No, it was 95.
What's it going to drop down to tonight?
Tonight, 66.
66. That shouldn't be too
too
bad.
bad.
And the reason I ask is because I'm starting to ride my bike to work.
Yeah. I peeped your video yesterday.
To work?
To work.
How far is work?
Not very far.
I thought you didn't work far,
just
considering
nice.
that you still had on your actual work clothes.
Well, I mean, I'm riding to work. I'm not the type of person to actually. I know some people, they'll take their work clothes in a backpack, and then when they get to work, they'll change. And I'm not that person.
Yeah,
I will work out in jeans. Like I literally, if I feel like running and I feel like working out, I will work out in exactly what I have on because I don't like changing my clothes too much. Only when I need to, like,
in the moment.
Because I already change like 2-3 times a day. It's like you're out of your pajamas, you're into your clothes, you're out of your clothes, you're into something relaxing, and then you're out of that relaxing gear and you're into your pajamas again, kind of thing. And it's just like, why would I want to change extra?
Yeah.
Not really. I don't want to do that. So, I can hopefully, find some bathroom that has paper towels and, wipe down the sweat, from the back of my neck or, here.
Yeah.
So kind of thing. Cause
as long as you're not musty.
Well, that's what deodorant's for, I would hope.
You Gucci. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's been so hot out here. The couple of days before I left, I know it was shooting up to like 1 something.
Yes.
Man, I need to go get the expensive deodorant because my little speed stick that I had on, the heat was just disrespecting the heck out of that.
Okay.
Like 2 hours in, just over.
Change up, bro.
Right. Got to find a different one.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to invest a little bit more.
Well, I'm a fan of Degree. I'm just saying, Degree has yes. Like when I discovered Degree, like I have not turned back because it has been able to handle all of these heat waves and man, those strong days.
My issue with all of that is that I went to the doctor maybe a couple years ago, and she told me that I had to start using soaps and lotions and deodorants that were non-fragrant and all very healthy and all that. So I have some, but it doesn't smell.
Right. So you have your own smell.
Yeah. So take a shower and you put it on, you just smell like you. And that's so you have this mental block that you're like, wait a minute, I need to put my arm up and smell like cool, fresh,
or something else.
Tree scent or something. Something like that.
Ocean breeze or some crazy.
As good as it might be, I'll put some on, but I'll throw some Degree on.
Because it's neutral.
Yeah.
It's a neutral. You don't have to worry about it having any kind of crazy additional fragrance to it, and it gets the job done. That's really what you need. So,
but Degree is good. Yeah, you get the 2-pack for like $4.
Like $4, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Might have to check them out. I've been rocking with Speed Stick.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and take a break really quickly, and then we'll come on back with our daily quotes and some daily instructions.
Yeah, we'll get into it. This is the morning show. Alex, Ronnie, Timothy, and Marcellus.
Peace.
Here at KXVS, broadcasting from Stone Tube Studios, is the voice of Stockton.
This is a guided meditation on parenting. Take this time to breathe deeply and close your eyes. Right now, you're completely in control. Unlike the time you and your son played basketball and you attempted to slam dunk. Or when you tried removing those raccoons from the basement. Concentrate on the soothing sound of my voice